Today we're doing fractions. So fractions are known to be parts of a whole, like 1/8, 1/4, etc. Fractions can be written as a over b, where a is the numerator and b is the denominator. B cannot be equal to 0, otherwise the fraction will be undefined. Let's do the first example here. So if we have a pizza, this is a perfect circle, and then we cut it into its pieces. And so now generally a pizza is cut into 8 pieces. And so let's write 1/8 for every piece, because we have 8 pieces. Each pizza piece represents 1/8. There we go. So if Jonathan eats 2 pieces of the pizza, then we know that we take 2/8. And in this case, we add the two numbers on top, the numerators, because it's 2 over 8. I want you to note that we are adding the numerators, the numbers on the top, and the numbers at the bottom, the denominators, stays the same. Right, so let's consider the following example. Let's try this one. You can pause the video and do it on your own, whatever. We have a square pizza. Certain restaurants like Pasta sells these type of pizzas, right? So if Jonathan eats again 2 pieces of the pizza, when we go to the question we have, we are adding the numerators. And so here we're going to have 2 over 4. Right. So here we kept the denominator the same. Right. Now, what I want you to note as well is that we can simplify the fraction. So we divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2, and that gives us 1 over 2. So that's what we can do. That's a simplified answer. But I want you to note that this is how we add fractions. Okay, the following example you can do and post your answer in the comments. Right, let's consider the following. Now this is for grade 8, and so here we have 2 different types of fractions. Now your answer, I know what you're thinking, that cannot be 2 over 5, because now you're telling me I can add 2 numerators and add 2 denominators, but it cannot be that answer. So here's a trick that I want you to take note of. So you're going to multiply the denominators, right? So that gives me 6, and we are still adding, so the question doesn't change. And now we are going to cross multiply. So the 1 is going to be multiplied by the 3, and then I write that on the left hand side. That gives me 1 times 3 is 3, and then I'm going to multiply the 2 and the 1, and that gives me 2. And so now I have the same denominator, so I can add. So it's going to be 5 over 6. And there we have it. Simplified, easy. Let me do another example. Right. So here, remember, our first step is to multiply the denominators. So that's going to be 3 times 4, which gives me 12. And then 3 times 4 gives me 12 as well. So now I'm going to multiply the 1 and the 4. Right? And that I'm going to be writing on the left hand side. That gives me 4. Then I'm going to multiply the 3 and the 1. That's going to be written on the other side. And so therefore, I have an answer of 7 over 12. Remember, the denominator stays the same. And there we have it. Right, so the following one, you can pause the video and write your answer in the comments after trying it. Okay, so let's consider the following. So remember, first step, I'm going to be having 2 fractions. It's still an addition sum. So I'm going to multiply the 5 and the 7. That gives me 35. Remember, both denominators needs to be 35. Then I'm going to be multiplying the 2 and the 7. And that I'm going to be writing on the left. That gives me 14. Then I'm going to multiply 5 and 3. That gives me 15, and that I'm going to be writing on the right hand side. That gives me 29 over 35, and there I have it.